奥拉活·埃利亚松以挑战感知、强调环境共创的作品享誉国际，用开创性的方式挑战我们对周遭世界的感知与理解。作品对社会与环境的深入关怀，持续引发共鸣。同时，他曾于2019年被任命为联合国开发计划署气候行动亲善大使，致力透过艺术促进全球对环境的关注与对话。你的好奇旅程是一场跨越国际的艺术探索，由5座城市美术馆共治，奥拉活·埃利亚松工作室合作策划，开启东南亚与纽西兰地区的首次大型巡回展。此次展览成为亚太地区美术馆馆际合作的重要里程碑。本次展览集结埃利亚松自1990年以来逾30年的创作历程，强调观众的主体性，形塑一场以你为出发点的感知里程。里程的概念不仅意味着观者与作品的移动，并象征思想流动与探索过程。埃利亚松运用自然现象、光线、色彩与运动，提升我们对周遭环境的敏锐度与直觉，构筑出横跨自然现象的感知经验与场域。他的作品往往透过观众的参与，在日常未曾留意的现象中触发身体共鸣的感受，在观看与感知之间唤醒我们对世界的觉察力与好奇心，期盼这段旅程能带给我们对环境、社会与自我的启发与探问。
The title of the show is Your Curious Journey. A journey, of course, can be many things. There is the journey of the artworks that has come to the museum from my studio in Berlin. Actually, one of the works in this exhibition is about this journey, because it's a drawing machine that draws when the work is traveling. But there is also a journey which is the one of the visitor. I somehow in the title suggest your curious journey. I mean, you, the visitor, you are traveling to the exhibition. You're also traveling through life. You're traveling through the day, and you are coming to meet up with the museum. It's a meeting up of times. Your time, the journey of the exhibition, it's a crossroad. Your curious journey, the word curious, of course, means that maybe there's something that you expect to find out, but you don't know yet. Maybe there is an experience that you have not had, but you kind of heard or you expect to have it. And if you are curious, you can make more of it. In my work, I often use things that are in some way or the other unstable. They can be ephemeral, like water. Water can also be mist, it can be humidity, it can also freeze and can be ice. I'm interested when things are ephemeral. We have to make an effort to find out what they are, because they're changing. Those things are more open for experiences. These experiences, I think, are the more important in my exhibition than the solid objects. For me, materials are always a state of mind. That's why I try not to use solid materials. I like light. You only see light when it falls on something where you can see it. I like this idea that the world is actually not necessarily there until you acknowledge it. I would like the visitor to my exhibition not to be consumers of the exhibition. I would like them to be producers, or in my case I could say co-producers. I am making something, I'm the artist, I make some art, but you who come to the exhibition, you also make something, you make the experience. And I think that's very important because it gives you a sense of inclusion. You have a mandate. You're not nobody. You come here and you are important. I grew up in Iceland, and that is an Arctic landscape, so it's very cold. It's very different than here. And I could see very easily the changes, the climate changes, because it's a very fragile, the nature is very sensitive. But I could also see that if you don't look carefully, you don't see it, because it's very slow. So when we talk about the climate crisis, I think one of the first things that has to happen is to find out, how do I feel about it? And once we are emotionally engaged, we are much more likely to have an opinion and to become active or become a stakeholder, or participant in a movement or something. And that's why the exhibition here is a very open exhibition. You can interpret the works in many ways, and some works are maybe, you don't know what they are about. Sometimes the artwork can mirror or can give structure to that feeling, and you go like, oh yes, now I know what I'm feeling. It is as if the artwork saw me. Now I know what I think about the environment and about my role. My personal role can be this. And this is actually a feeling of being seen, of being listened to. It's not just you looking at the artwork, it's the artwork looking at you. So when you leave the museum, you go, oh, I came to the museum and all the artworks, they saw me, or some of them they spoke to me. They gave language to something I was thinking about, but I had not found the language yet. So it's very important to say, here in the museum, you are valuable, and your opinion matters. And that is a good place to start when it comes to the environmental crisis, is to know that what you do actually matters. Maybe being vulnerable is actually a stronger, more powerful position than being defensive. Maybe being soft is harder than being hard. So when I think of audience or one person who is visiting the exhibition, I think of the person as someone who has luggage with them. Some luggage are from the past, that's our memories, and some luggage is from the future, is our expectations. And this luggage influences how we see. What you see here really depends on the luggage that you bring along. You could say that there is three kinds of exhibitions. There is the exhibition that people expect to see. And then there is the actual visit. And that is much more embodied. You have a more physical encounter. And then afterwards, there's the third. That is your memory. Your experience is not only in the exhibition. You have expecting what you want to see or what you will see, seeing it, and then remembering what you saw. And also after, you can suddenly have an experience where you go, oh, I think I have a new idea what this was about. So you change what you saw, even if it's in the past. And this is such a nice idea that the past is actually relative to the new context where you are today. So we never have time to really think about, well, who am I? Am I important enough? Is what I do important? And the cultural institutions such as a museum, or artworks of course, or books, or music and dance, and that's the opportunities, if we take them, to find out or to synchronize our values with our lives. Curiosity is this sort of anticipation of something that is interesting, but you don't really yet know what it is. You're looking for it. If you don't lean into seeing, you will not see more. But if you make an effort, if you look with curious eyes, you will see more. Experiences, they don't just happen to us. It's something we create. We create experiences by being curious. We can even be sensitized to the world, and we can be much more influential instead of taking it for granted, we can participate actively in it. And that, I think, starts with accepting that the world is actually relative, depending on your curiosity in your journey.